Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Straight Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And Anthony?
And today is the day where we get to look at how well Congress did at the stock market in 2023. The wolves of Wall Street, if you will, the ones that are entirely ethical with no problems at all. We're going to take a look, and there's some very interesting trends that we noticed. Should be good.
Two stupid guys trade stocks.
Ethical
So what are we
name of the
looking at
game.
here?
So, the blue is your Democrats, the red is your Republicans, and this is the Congress versus the SPY in 2023. So,
Oh.
you can kind of see these top names here in the hundreds of percent, right? And I know what you're thinking, Vinny. You're thinking, well, if you are on a committee that involves some of these companies, you would definitely not be allowed to invest in those, right?
No, it's ethically and morally wrong. I'm also thinking about look how far down that SPY is on this list. It's like they're
Mm.
outperforming the S&P 500 index. I thought that was like almost impossible.
Yeah. I mean, it was impossible for a bunch of hedge funds for 10 years with the Warren Buffett challenge, but we're going to look into some details here. This was very funny to me, all right? So I'm going to go back just so you can read this, right? The first person, Brian Higgins, 238%. The next three are Republicans, over 100%. And then the
Uh-huh.
next one is Seth, 80%, okay? Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to pick on Fox News here. CNN is just as guilty. I am not playing sides. They are both absolutely horribly biased. Okay?
Yeah, partisan garbage,
Here,
yeah.
yeah, here's the Fox News graph.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I
Okay?
see. It's all the blue that's above the bar,
It's
huh?
all the
That's weird.
blue. So you have your top one, 238, right? Now, they put one of the Republicans that were above 100%
Hmm.
because he's leaving Congress, so they can now pick on him.
Oh, okay.
Then they put some other names you would hear, and they were picking on Daniel Crenshaw, which I gotta be honest with you. If he's in the Qs are at 45, so I don't really see a problem with this number, but whatever.
Sure.
Um,
Okay.
the funny thing is, in this video, he'll be like, first place, Brian Higgins. Second place, Mark Green. And then he doesn't say places anymore after that. It's completely
Oh.
skewed, right? And then if you do CNN, they do this. They show you the top four.
Perfect.
It's
I like it.
terrible. It's
Yeah.
absolutely horrible, man.
It's like playing my favorite game in college. It was called Just the Tip. Anyways, so how is the report actually compiled, right? So this is from Unusual Whales, okay? Um, Basically, Congress is supposed to disclose their stock trades within 45 days, okay? Dylan's going to talk a little bit about penalties and that sort of thing, but based upon their public disclosures, this is what Unusual Whales calculated as their returns for the year. This isn't official stuff that they had to actually disclose because we don't get that level of transparency, but this is the best kind of approximation we can get based upon the public disclosures that they do have to make. Saying what equities or transactions they had when they bought and sold different things. But they also published this right on December 31st or early January. They technically have 45 days to disclose the transactions and still be in compliance. So in reality, there may be trades that are over the next month and a half that will come out that actually happened in 2023. So we don't even have a complete picture of 2023 at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what are those fines? Okay. So basically, the 2012 Stop Trading on Congressional Knowledge Act, you're supposed to pay a $200 fee the first time. Some of these people are doing trades in the tens of millions of dollars. So the fact that a $200 fee is part of it is kind of disgusting. Increasingly higher fines, like $225, follow if they continue to be late, potentially costing tens of thousands of dollars in extreme cases. Doesn't happen. Now, here's the problem. There's no public record that exists indicating whether these officials have ever paid fines. No one keeps track of it. Congressional ethics staff wouldn't confirm the existence of non-public ledgers tracking how many people paid fines. Okay?
Perfect.
Then, let me move my face, 19 lawmakers wouldn't answer questions from Business Insider about whether they even paid a penalty. 10 other ones said they did, but then declined to give proof. This is a joke. This is horrible.
Oh
And
man.
I can't even count how many bills have been introduced in the last 5 years trying to stop this, and it's just pointless.
Yeah.
It should be, if you don't follow the rules within 45 days, this is a very easy thing to do. You pay 10% of whatever the bet was, even if you lost 10% of the total bet.
Yeah, this really reminds me. What's that saying about the animal that watching the hen house? Is this when you let the coyote or the fox in the hen house and let them guard the hen house? Doesn't end very well for the hens. I'll tell you that much.
It's so unethical. It's unbelievable. Every single person that has broken that rule should not be in Congress. It's horrible.
Yeah, I agree. That should be a one and done thing. You mess that up once.
Really should be.
Now, one of the things I wanted to highlight here is I guess we can follow some interesting trends from this. This is showing different asset classes and which ones that are kind of being bought or sold. Buys are green lines and red are sell lines. If you actually look at the different categories here, overall stocks are kind of on the decline for members of Congress. As we head into 2023, they started buying a lot more corporate securities, bonds and notes, corporate debt. That seems to be the thing that they want. So it's interesting to think of members of Congress actually being debt holders for large American corporations. How on earth is that ethical?
I have no idea. I don't know. I also just fixed my mic. It's very quiet. Sorry about that, guys.
The good news you can take from this, though, is it's probably your TLT trade. I don't know. It seems like they align well with this.
It does. TLT. I got 45K in that, so that's gonna be great.
There you go.
This is pretty interesting. So unusual whales was actually quoted in a law. They were quoting unusual whales actually on the committee floor, which is really cool for them. Congrats. But this is a wild tweet, right? What is absolutely insane is that Congress was trading options once again in 2023. Notionally, they traded more in 2023 than the previous year. 150 million were traded while Congress was in session, including Pelosi's NVIDIA trades. Okay? Look at this sexy number. Just look at the total value disclosed. Okay? Right here. 70 million, 75 million. 3 million, 305,000, 610,000. Here's Nancy Pelosi with this one, another 5 million of NVIDIA call options. Yeah. This is disgusting. I don't understand, if we know this stuff, how they're allowed to still be in Congress. Like, we're watching it happen. And she's going to pay $200. Or she probably won't, because they don't give a shit. But it's horrible.
I mean, I couldn't tell you how efficient she is in terms of filing these things on time, but they're really, this is something 2024, a big election year, right? So it's something that I think you should really start asking your local legislative bodies as far as conflicts of interest when it comes to finances, and that we should really be pushing for candidates that are actually willing to support a ban on Congress stock and option trading. It should not be happening.
There's multiple bills that are up. It's pointless to even talk about them because so many have died over the last 5 years. It just doesn't matter. But I know Senator Mark Kelly just put up one. There's a couple other ones, but I don't know. This seems, I just can't believe that this is real. But yeah, anyway, guys, I believe there's some guy who is doing a Nancy Pelosi tracker. The problem is it's not real time. So you never get the benefit of knowing when she did the CHIP Act deal and then the day before she bought a ton of options. You're never going to get those wonderful gains. So
no, absolutely not. I feel like there was even someone that someone's applied for a ETF ticker NANC to have a Nancy Pelosi ETF.
I mean,
vehicle out there.
Yeah, the ETF is probably going to do very well. All right, guys. Let us know what you think.